Hello, I am crazytonedog, and today I'll be running Nitrobike all exhibition races with the settings 111. Just to make sure everything is good. Am I heard on stream? I believe there's music playing over me right now. Hello, hello. Okay, we can be heard on stream. It's just a little bit of delay, so I'm gonna start over. I am crazytonedog, and today I'll be running Nitrobike. We'll be doing all exhibition races with the settings 111. And today we're gonna be playing as Jamie, the first character in this. And of course we're gonna be using the best bike in the game that you unlock after beating the game, GT1 Carbon. It's basically maxed out everywhere. I feel a little bit lower. But basically what this category is we'll be going through every single course, doing one lap, only one rider, meaning I'm the only one, and then one difficulty. I don't think the difficulty matters, but the categories are separate to 5, 5, 5, and then 10, 10, 10, and then 1, 1, 1 being the main one. This will probably take about 40 minutes, probably less, but there's 20 courses we have to go through. Well, as soon as I click start race, the timer will start. So the timer will begin in 3, 2, 1, go. We're going to be starting off with a loading screen. I think the more you play, the loading screens get shorter, is what I've noticed. But this is the first course. It's a little bit difficult to see the map at some points in the bottom left, but once again, this game is called Nitrobike, so I'll be riding on a bike that has a nitro boost. You'll just see a flame coming out the back of the bike, and it makes you go really fast. I am playing on the Wii version of Nitrobike. Nitrobike came out on both the Wii and PS2. How I first started running this game is I was just looking at the games I had on Wii, and I just see Nitrobike. I'm like, huh. So I looked up on speedrun.com if there was a speedrun of it, and there was absolutely no speedruns of it. So I played the game casually for like 4 days or something, completed the game, and then I did a speedrun of the 90% for the career mode. It took me about 5.5 hours. Pretty long game, and it's actually pretty difficult to 100%. In order to 100% the game, you have to reach these unbelievable tasks that are just really difficult to obtain. Most of them you're going to have to go back later with a better bike, but that was the first course. We got 104. This category does use in-game time, but I'm too bothered to add it all up. But like I said, there's 20 courses in this game. Fortunately, we have to select our rider bike every time. So that was B2 Boneyard. Now we're moving on to 747 Borough Grounds. And I didn't show it that race, but once you're in the air, I am playing with the Wiimote sideways using tilt controls. So I would imagine the PS2 version is easier to control because I'm actually steering the bike. Oh yeah, I love this course because you just start off going in a straight line. And I'm in danger, so if you hold the boost for too long and you get way into the red, you will explode. And this game has really funny ragdoll physics. Your body will go launching. Okay, here, I'm going to show the first trick. We just did the Superman, and doing tricks makes you nitro up. If you see the boost at the bottom right, I just ran into the crate. That's our first wipeout. Probably won't be our last too. This game is pretty hard to control with the Wii tilt controls. And if you wipe out, you lose that little boost you get on the nitro meter on the bottom right. So basically, if you do tricks, it gives you more nitro boost, so you're able to boost for a longer time. I don't use it that much in the run. I don't get tricks during this one, as it's just a one lap. The category I'm doing is just one lap around it with no other racers. But that was the second course. Another about a minute course. There are some long courses and there are some short courses in this game. Okay, next one we're gonna do is Squirrel Truck. The first snow map we'll be seeing. In this category, you can do the courses in any order you would like, but I just like doing them in order. It makes sense, and I don't have to lose track of which one I've done, which one I have not. This one's a really cool course because it's really easy to cut corners and just go really fast, because if you see on the screen it says get back on track. It's not very strict on this level, so you can go take quite a detour off a little bit without despawning, like cutting off there, going through the middle a little bit. You can't take like a massive shortcut, it'll respawn you back on the road. But this one's pretty easy just to completely cut through the corners. As you can see there, that was a big corner cut. You can get a really fast time on this. My best is a 31.96, but I think your best times are on file. So it's only on this file. I have another file I have. Okay, that was the third course, a very short course. Those are one of the shorter courses in the game. It averages out about like a minute and a half per course. Some are like really long for no reason. They have so many turns, it's annoying. But now we're going on over to Blizzard Valley. Another snow map. This one being more difficult. Of course, the other one being extremely easy. If you look at the main map, this one's pretty complicated. I guess I can get more into the detail of what category I'm playing, the all exhibition races, and I just ran into a sign. So of course the main story is the career mode, where there's set challenges like beat other racers, complete this course in a certain amount of time. But outside career mode, there's time trials and then the all exhibition races, which is basically, it's just like time trial, but you can put other racers, like I said. Also, if you notice that my bike is drifting around corners, I'm pressing the one button. It gives you a sharper turn compared to just holding right. And I just drove through some wood. This game is not very polished. This game came out in 2008, actually. For the Wii and PS2, as I said before. I have so much airtime, might as well do a trick. We're doing a Superman again. The ways how you do the tricks in this game is, I think, you hold down 2 or 1. As you can see, I tried taking a corner there, but it respawned me instantly. A lot more strict on this course. But you press combinations on the D-pad, or accidentally restarted, that's fine. Just quit the race. There's different combinations, like if you do like left, right, up, down. But Superman's pretty safe, you just press left. It gets you down a lot. I can try showing off some of the more different tricks. This course has a few more jumps, I can show off the different tricks. I guess more about the boards on this game. This game only has 2 runners, and the most recent runner only playing it less than a month ago. So I added this game to speedrun.com almost a year ago, maybe a year ago. It was 11 months last time I checked. And we just got our second runner. So there's another trick. Knack. That's just holding right while pressing 1. Oh, there's a really cool shortcut right here. Compared to driving up that hill, I went 2 to the right there, but you can actually drive just straight down the middle. If you go 2 to the right, it'll respawn you. This game is very tricky, and whoa, that was quite the collision bump. What was that? Like I said, this game is glitchy. It came out in 2008. Not the greatest game. It's not the greatest game in terms of, like, the physics. Like, there are some crazy moments where, like, if you bump into a wall or something, like, you'll just get flinged and, like, the bike will go absolutely launched. And, of course, the really good thing about having bad physics is the ragdoll physics. Like, your body can get launched so far away, even if you just run into something very short. I just did a full 180 there. This is one of the longer courses, too. A few more corners here, very tricky. Also, since I'm playing on the Wii, the tilt controls, like, I'm tilting the Wiimote down if I want to go to the ground more quicker. Well, that was that course. I will try showing off the other two basic tricks. That's fine. Just quit the menu. Okay, moving on to the next course. It is going to be Milkwood. Like I said, 20 courses. Actually, it's quite a lot of courses for a game like this. A game that's very under the radar. I don't even know how I have this game. I guess I just got it somehow. I don't remember playing it too much growing up. It was just one of the games that was just there, you know. Another pretty decently long course. Okay, I'll show another trick. Lazy boy. As you can tell, I'm really off to the right here. You actually can make it there without respawning. Going off track is very confusing because some spots it will instantly just respawn you, but on some courses, like that first one I showed, the winter course, like, it's very not strict at all. For the most part, though, it is very strict. It's all about finding the spots that you can take a shortcut on. Oh my goodness. What, are we playing a skateboard game? Okay, just two more corners here. This is pretty hard to see on my end. My TV is pretty dark compared to what's showing on screen. I definitely want to play this game on the PS2, just so I have a feeling of the controls and that I'm not tilting my controller to turn and stuff. I feel like it would be a lot easier. I'm not sure if there's many differences other than controls, obviously, on the PS2. I do think they were made around during different times. Maybe the same year, but there might be some slight differences. I guess more about the game I can explain is that there's 8 characters you can play from. You start off with 4, and you unlock another 4. I believe there's 10 bikes in the game. I'm using the one you unlock right after being in the game. It is a really broken bike. We'll do another lazy boy. I believe this is actually the first course you play in career mode if you play the first mission. And it's a time trial of 3 laps. And you have to beat certain times to get a gold, silver, or bronze. I guess I can explain a little bit more about the main career mode. For any percent, you start off with the Daisy Run Cup, I believe. I think it's 2 different missions, and you need at least 2 out of 6 to move on to the final race of the cup. And each mission, you have the possibility of getting 3 points. 3 points being gold, 2 points being silver, 1 point being bronze. And then you move on to the second one where there's 3 missions and you need like 4 out of 9 to do the final race. And what the final race is just back-to-back-to-back races against, I forget what that is actually called, but you do back-to-back races and you have to win the whole thing overall. It's not you have to win every single individual one in first, you have to average out to finish in top 3, I believe, actually. But I believe there's 9 different like cups, like divisions, and the further you go on, it's the more races you have to do back to back, and of course the more challenges to unlock the race at the end. This is a really cool course. I like this one a lot because it's just so many turns, and then very high ramp. Let's see if I can do another trick. Done the knack before. I think I know how to do another one if I have the opportunity at another ramp. This course is very cool though. It's very simple, but it does the job. There's definitely courses I do not like in this game. Oh. Apparently there's a car there that blew up. Well, that's another fail. Added to how many times I fell off already. I don't think I fell off that many times. Maybe that was the third time I fell off, but reaching the end. Boom! Look at that ragdoll physics. Absolutely wonderful in this game. 56 seconds. You can see the best times that I've gone, for the most part, at the bottom of the screen compared to what I'm doing right now. I definitely played this game a lot and got like pretty good like individual race times for like the time trial. So I'm not gonna be matching those. Maybe I will one of the times. Okay, we're moving on to the next course. This course has very long straight lines if you look at the mini-map. There you go, there's another trick. Heel clicker. And of course doing the tricks gives me more nitro boost meter, which is actually going to really help on this course because how many straight lines there are to boost. So I can just hold the boost for a longer amount of time if you look on the right. I would normally blow up right now, but since I did the trick I have a little bit more time to do it. Blowing up is really slow. It takes like 4 seconds to respawn for the most of the times after you blow up. And of course it's slow to accelerate back up. Another cool thing about this game is that for some reason there's a bowling mode. And it's really funny how you unlock the bowling mode in the game. You unlock the bowling mode by, I believe, blowing up yourself 30 times or 20 times, something like that. There actually is a category where you unlock bowling and you complete a bowling match as fast as possible. And that category just assists of you constantly blowing up yourself. Pretty funny. Obviously it's a missed category, it's the only one, but really funny category. Categories in this game is the career any percent, career 100%, career NG+, and then all exhibition races, and then the bowling thing, bowling percent. And I just started the same race. That's completely fine. The loading screens are a lot shorter after you play it. Okay, let me switch courses. This is a pretty cool course. This one's actually pretty difficult. I remember this one having a really difficult challenge in the any percent run. I think a certain time you have to get, but once again, another course with really long, just straight lines of doing absolutely nothing. Another course with a bunch of grass. There isn't too many different themes to the courses. Like there's a snow maps with the grass, there's a desert courses, and then there's like, I don't know what to say, like construction site maps. And those are about it. Oh yeah, and there's like 2 or 3 beach courses. One thing I haven't mentioned yet is you do really want to be on the ground as much as possible, so tilting the Wiimote down to get onto the ground is a lot faster. I'll show you right here, compared to just floating into the sky. That was really good. Look at that, new best, 58.79. Very nice. I did drive that really well. Those turns are normally a lot more difficult. Okay, moving on to the next course. It is annoying that brings you back to the start option. Ocean Park. Here we go. If I remember, Ocean Park has like 20 different turns, and like you just keep turning corners. Let's see. Yep, look at this course. And I went too fast. And I hit into the sign. Actually, I can show right after this. It's possible to like drive into that right away, reverse, and then your car will, then your bike will just slowly go back, and you can get a technically faster startup if you accelerate from further back, and then the gate goes down. Really hard to time though. Okay, don't mind me as I focus really hard on doing these silly turns. Oh my goodness, that rock almost completely underneath. Somewhat hard to see, but this course has so many turns. Okay, go down to the ground. And of course, once you want to land on the ground, you want to land after a ramp so you don't go back into the air again. So sometimes you're going to want to stay in the air until after you reach the ramp. But controlling this bike with the Wii remote can be very difficult. Tilt controls is not the easiest thing. That was pretty good. Those turns were really well. Only lost 2 seconds to my best. Okay. Okay, I think this might be my favorite course in the game, Emerald Beach. I'm gonna show something really cool with it. Well, I'm gonna show off that you can like drive right away, and then you start driving back, going backwards, and then you can technically get a slightly starter boost there. It'd be really hard to get like a good timing of that. But this is, look at the course of this race. This is why it's my favorite course in the game. It is super easy. And it's the fastest course in the game, if I remember. That or the second fastest. But I'm going to show something really cool that I do in the any percent run. You don't actually have to go to the path. You can just take an early turn and it'll cross the finish line. That's something really cool about this course. Oh, and enjoy this. Obviously, you're not supposed to do that. Oh, we just saw under the map for a second. Just the biker just absolutely driving into the wall. Physics just out of play. Just tilting out of nowhere. That was a really fun course. This is also a course that is fun to play. There's a lot of fun trying to get to the ground as fast as you can to go fast. I really like this course a lot. I remember playing this one a lot just for fun. Because just getting good at where to land. As you can see, there's like so many different ramp spots there. And there's gonna be some more coming up too. Great of turns. Oh! As you can tell, this game is really funny with the physics. The bike the back end of the bike just really wanted to go up there. Oh, that was pretty bad, that's pretty good. But those two like ramp things, you can really go fast if you land on the certain part before it goes up. It's all about where you land. Yeah, the physics of this game is absolutely unbelievable. It's so funny. Good old 2008 physics. Actually, I believe this game was published by Ubisoft. Or it was made by Left Field Productions. I don't know much about them. Left Field Productions. I believe this is the map. Obviously play it a lot without the course, but this is the final race in the final category, Road Rage. This is the course that you finish the game off with, and then you get the credits. Obviously you play it beforehand and do challenges on it beforehand, but this is the final race of the career mode. Like I said, my career mode, any percent PB, I only did one run. It was a 5:31. I said in the notes that I can get 5:20 probably next time. I can probably get like a 5-hour time, maybe sub 5 is possible if I just absolutely have the route. Yeah. What is this video game? Just started climbing the sign and got stuck. This is so good. This game is so good. Just the way everything just is. It's unbelievable. Just the way the game is. Beautiful. Okay, moving on to the next course. I'm sure you're not sick and tired of this blue loading screen. Luckily it's not too long, like we're out already. Well, this is a very cool course. A lot of these courses I'm like, yeah, this is a really cool course. It is a really cool course because stuff like that. There's just to be stuff in your way. Nice low ramps. The more I play this game, the more I realize how cool it is. And how funny the physics are. Okay, corner. Corner. This has been clean so far. I almost hit this fence. Up. I'm on the other side of the fence. And now I fell. Oh my goodness, that was the end. 44.56. So that was kind of like a farm level. I forgot that these exist, to be honest. I think there's like another one coming up too. Another shorter course. And I accidentally started the race again. The menuing is not great. Loading screens are shorter though. Or getting into the race at least. Okay, I may or may not have done the same. Okay, I need to slow down here. Luckily, this is in-game time. But obviously real time is recorded too. Okay. Moving on to the next course. I guess I can explain the bikes more. You start off with like a really bad bike. Do you start off with one or two bikes? I think you start off with like 2 bikes. And they're nothing as close as powerful as this bike. The differences in between the starting bikes and the ones you get at the end are unbelievable. If you look at the stats. Like, they are like over doubled better in like multiple things. Like really broken. Like I said, this bike is practically stacked out in every single category. Except for like one, where it's a little weak. And like a few that it's barely not maxed out. Oh my goodness, that was it. Okay. Boom, 46.66. 46 is my favorite number. Very glad I got 46 second time this run. Okay. Another farm course. Honestly, they're pretty forgettable. Course. Moving on to the next course. Here's a more desert course. This one's pretty difficult. and I can try showing off something where you go to the left of the course and it doesn't count you out of bounds. It's really hard to pull off, but without falling or something, hitting like a random bush. But it's right at the start here. You go around this corner. Okay. Oh wow, I did it. Look at that. You don't have to go into that tunnel. You can go around it and it doesn't count you. And if you do that really fast, obviously it's going to save a lot of time. I took it a little slow so I wouldn't fail it. Pretty difficult to do fast. I've definitely gone for it in time trials, trying to go fast, but if you do it slow, it's going to be nice and easy. We hit barrels, but it did not matter. That was really fast. Oh my goodness, we were 0.2 off of our best. And I took that shortcut really slow at the start. Okay, so we're over halfway done. Well over halfway done. We're probably nearing the end. Okay, onto Burner Desert. The locations are kind of like matched together in location, if you've noticed, like, except for some of the grass ones are like slightly different, so they're slightly differently categorized. Like the two snow ones are right next to each other. The two farm ones are right next to each other. So expect to see this theme for at least one more course, I think. Oh my goodness. I forget how long this course is if you look at the mini map. This one's also really fun to figure out how far in the air you can go. You actually can hit that thing right that I passed right there on the ceiling, and that's annoying. We cut through a little bit, and I turned too much. That is another bail. What am I up to 4? And I just blew up. That's the first time this happened. I don't know if you... Well... Okay, so that's an example of when you take a shortcut and it puts you way back. Because if you look at the mini map, there's like, yeah, I had to go to the left there and take a little U-turn. I just went straight through it. I had like a little progress going through up a little bit more. But then it respawns you back all the way to the beginning. Sometimes it can be ruthless like that. It's all about knowing how far you can go and to cut off how much space. There is no consistency in this game of how far you can go off in what places. It's all just different. That was not great. Okay, moving on to the next course. Playing against Jamie again, of course. So I think we're actually 2 courses away from finishing. So we're actually nearing the end really fast. Oh, this is a really cool stage with the blue screen background. Pretty hard to see, for the most part. Really hard to notice what is what, but I really like this course. There's like something hanging from the sky right there. It's like a scrapyard. But the blue background is really cool. It's like a studio, of course. Go in the straight line, turn. I did not turn hard enough, so it looked like I was driving to nothing. I really was with how dark it is. The blue walls really stand out in this case. It just looks nice. This is a really cool section. Or right after the... I have never done that before. Wait! It spawned me at the end? Wait. What did I just do? I know, right? So you're supposed to go underneath. and go to the underneath the tunnel. But I went over it and then it spawned me on the other side of the tunnel right next to the end. That was really interesting. I've never seen that before. That has never happened to me. Okay. So I believe this is the final stage. Sound stage 138. And then the timer ends once I reach the goal. The final lap, which we only have one lap, so once we reach where I start, the timer will end. This one's a really cool course to end it off with. Of course, you can do the courses in any order, but doing it in the way that it's organized is really cool. So now we're on a studio for like a dinosaur movie, and there's gonna be dinosaurs everywhere. And I just fell off the edge. As you can see, the dinosaurs are in the way of the course. Really cool course concept. Okay, a lot of great lines in this course too, and a lot of just 90-degree turns. One like U-turn at the bottom leftish of the map. But at the very end, you're just driving the outer ring for half of it, and we're about to come up to time. Take a left and through the finish line. Boom. 34-37. GG. 106 in-game time for that. And this game has a replay for right after the course every time. So if you don't continue, you can just watch what you did again. You can see at the start I fell over at the edge. But once again, that was Nitrobike All Expedition Races 111 settings. And up next is going to be some Clay Game, which is a completely opposite color scheme to this game. Completely opposite with the terms of the colors of the map. Especially this one. It's like the opposite of this. A very colorful game. Of course, it's going to be from me. And then right after that, it's going to be Eternal Cave Escape. But yeah, GG.